Hi, it's Chris Voss here from the ChrisVossShow.com, the Chris Voss Show! Oh my gosh, .com. Hey, look what we got today. We have the AT&T Samsung Galaxy Mega. Look at this monster phone. Oh my gosh, it's as big as my head. Well, almost. There's a few things that could be bigger. So anyway, what we're going to do is take a look at, my ego might be, this phone, and we're going to review it. We're going to see how awesome it truly is. Then what we're going to do is compare it with a whole lot of other phones. So we're going to do some reviews on the cameras and some benchmarks and some photos and how the aspects and specs of this phone work out. So be sure to watch to the very end. Give us a like, subscribe to us so you can take and help us keep bringing you these wonderful phone reviews. Also, give some thanks to our good friends at AT&T.com with the fastest download upload speeds. Thanks to them for sharing the phones with us today so we can bring them to you. Let's take a look at what's in this phone. Here you can see the brightness test that we're taking and doing and the screen test that we're doing. And you can see how bright and vibrant the colors are for each of the major colors that you find in a screen. So you can see here we've got some beautiful divisions where everything plays out very nicely and just looks really great on the screen. It's a beautiful screen. It's 720p. It doesn't have, I believe, the 16.7 million color brightness. I could be wrong, but it wasn't on the specs. But it definitely is a beautiful screen. I definitely like the Note 3 screen better, but that's just my opinion. Of course, it's a 1080p screen, as is the Samsung Galaxy S4. But the Mega has got a big, beautiful screen and very good color recognition and definition. Okay, so here you can see we've got the Geekbench 3 results. It's kind of interesting. I don't think they've formatted it for the Samsung Galaxy Mega yet. It came in with a single core score of 615 and 1104 in the multi-core score, getting cut off there. And you can see some of the breakdowns as we page down through them. I normally don't worry about these scores, but you're welcome to pause them at any time, and you can see them at home. And also you can download the app. You can follow along at home, and you can see how your phone compares to some of the other stuff that's here. I think we're at the bottom here. So there you are. Now, this is the Antutu Benchmark, and this is from Anatech, and they were the guys who discovered some of the cheating that was going on with the Galaxy Note 3. Now, we're not sure if there's any cheating going on with the Galaxy Mega, but what we're going to do is show you both of the apps that they have published. One is their normal app. You can see the ranges here and the scores here that they took and got on the Mega. And we're going to switch over to their X app, which they have that is supposed to be the X Benchmark app that will take and identify cheating and all that sort of good stuff. We're going to go ahead and run that. You can see here, score pretty much came in 19,125. I think most of the cheating is on the Note 3, but we wanted to show you both those scores so you had access to them. Okay, so here you can see the 3D Mark benchmark test. Now this is the Icestorm Unlimited test that we've taken and done here. 4542. And you can see some of the breakdowns of the scores, etc., etc. Looks like some of our data here is missing, so I'm not sure how accurate this is, or if the 3D Mark has been updated or made for the Samsung Galaxy Mega. So I'm not sure how that's turning out, but there's the data for you to take a look at. Okay, so what we're doing here is the billion counter app test. What we're doing is testing how fast the processor can count to a billion. So it did it in 13.292 seconds. This is the CF Pro version 1.3 benchmarking app, and as you can see here, we've done a full benchmark with this. You can look at some of the individual numbers if that's your thing. I usually don't worry about these. The main thing I'm looking at for is the overall score. The overall score came in at 13,399. You can see the native and Java scores here, if that's your thing. And you can kind of see how it ranged up against some other devices that are out there in the marketplace. Here we have the GFX Bench 2.7.2 benchmarks. We have the off-screen for 346 frames at 6.2 frames per second, and the on-screen at 596 frames at 11 frames per second. Okay, so here we have the KFS benchmark results. This takes some measures your OpenGL. We came in with overall FPS 29.733. Here we have your SQL test. This is your RL benchmark SQL Lite performance test. What it does is measures different inserts, indexes, all that sort of good stuff. And you can see here our overall score came in at 19,751. Okay, so here we have the Quadrant standard test on the benchmarking app, and the device came in at 8386 with a CPU rating of 18,796, memory 12,560, IO 7307, 2D 1000, 3D 2267. Okay, so here we're using the Passmark Performance Test Mobile. Came with a system score of 2581. CPU test came in at 6568. This test 4011. Memory test 3021. 2D graphics test 2849 and 3D graphics test 803. Okay, and here we have the GPS test. What this does is it tests how well the device can find itself on the planet and how accurate it can come to finding itself near itself, if you will. It looks like the GPS is coming with 20 in view in use. It's with an accuracy of 112 feet. Not sure what's going on here or if the app is monitoring the device properly, but there's you have it for the test results there. And finally here we have our Velomo scores. So your Velomo score came in HTML5 at 1962 and 710 on your Metal score. Okay, so there you have it. It's the AT&T Samsung Galaxy Megaphone. Wow, Megaphone. I never thought of it that way. You could. Anyway, check it out. They're good friends at AT&T.com. Fast download and upload speeds. Thanks to them for sharing the phones with us. Be sure to give us a like, subscribe to us on YouTube. We'll see you next time. Watch for us to do the versus comparison with this phone, with the iPhones, the HTCs, the LGs, all those different phones. We're going to be doing individual comparisons with all these and big, huge benchmarking comparisons with whole piles of the Samsung versus the iPhones and HTC phones. So stay tuned for that. No flicking.